Okay, you guys want to see what I've been doing? What I've been doing? So I've been cleaning out my office. These are my plants that have to winter inside. The ones in styrofoam are daylilies. I pulled them from our garden. I pulled the seeds from our garden out front. And so we should get some hybrid colors. So I'm really excited about those. So I've been doing gardening. And then I've been getting my office ready. So I'm trying, like my studio set up. So I'm trying to decide what I'm going to use. I am not planning on using these. These are there because they're my husband's, and I got to figure out something to do with them. We've got 3 deer heads on our walls. But every time he kills one bigger than we already got, he gets it mounted. So these weren't bigger, so he just took their horns. This is also what I've been doing. I've been teaching my daughter how to embroider. I embroidered this for my aunt. Hopefully she don't see this video. But I've been doing some embroidery. Anyway, I've been teaching her embroidery. And look at this. This was her very first one. Look at that. Isn't that good? It's her very first one. Look at how much she improved by number 2. Look at that. Isn't that good? So we're going to do a quilt or something out of her stuff. And she's going to do everybody's initials. So I've been doing embroidering. I've been doing some putting together some stuff for some lyric reviews. This is just Trey. This is the one we're going to do. By the way, very intricate work, and like there's a lot of lyrics in it. Very good. This was very good, Trey. This is the Katie Noel song that's going to be funny. I've been trying to learn how to do homemade bread. That's what I've been doing, bread. So I've been trying to, I painted this. I've been going through my artwork to try to decide. This is probably my favorite, one of my favorites that I've done. And I made this probably about a year ago, and it's a creek. Isn't that cool? This one I did a few years ago. And see this symbol right here? This is the symbol that the Orthodox Church says Constantine saw that made him want to use Christianity to conquer the world. It says, by this conquer. And it's a symbol of the Christ. So, by this conquer, where is it at? In heaven. That's how we conquer. And then these are some stuff my daughters did a long time ago. This one's from Mother's Day. Isn't that cute? So I don't know which of these I'm going to use yet. I got my favorite books in here. That way y'all can see my books while I'm recording. Oh my goodness. That way y'all can see my books while I'm recording, because a lot of people ask me what I read and stuff. So I kind of got everything out here. So this is my Bible. This is number 1, obviously. It's the King James Study Bible. So it's got like maps and stuff in it, and it's wonderful. This is the Lost Books of the Bible and the Forgotten Books of Eden. The Forgotten Books of Eden is like entertaining fan fiction. I don't take it as like scripture, but it is interesting to read. But some of the lost books he has, like the Testaments of the Patriarchs, those books aren't scripture. God didn't write them, but they still are historical writings trace back to the patriarchs. So, I mean, they're still good for historical reference. Torah, I actually have the interlinear Torah. This is the front of it because you read left to right in Hebrew. But I actually have the interlinear one because sometimes I'll look at it in the Hebrew because this word right here isn't translated. And the olive tav means God's covenant, and it's the symbol of God and the symbol of the cross. And so this word right here, God's covenant, it isn't translated in the Bible. So like this is translated as and, but it's only translated as and because of this vav right here. The vav is and because it's a nail, so it binds things. But this part isn't translated. They usually say it's the, but it's not the. Anyways, I also got Jasher and Enoch. At least the first book of Enoch are both referenced to scripture in the Bible. So I've got both of those. I've got the book of Jubilees. This is from a specific, like, it's got maps and everything in it, which is really cool. This is probably one of the best books I've read outside of the Bible. The Two Babylons. This is a study in Isaiah. This is a great conspiracy theory book. Bible study textbook, Roots of the Kingdom. This is like Christian history and Bible history. Crime and Punishment, The Rape of Nanking, Black Rednecks, White Liberals. All three of these are good reads. Also 1984. And this is Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn. And The Scarlet Letter. This was one of the first books I read that I fell in love with. Like, it's still, you can tell how worn through it is. I love this book. The Oedipus Cycle, Black Beauty. If y'all have heard me talk about Black Beauty, y'all know why that's here. Stuff about the Eastern Church, like Eastern Orthodox. I am not a Mormon, but I read all their stuff. That way I know where they're coming from. This is, I was a part of a church called the IFB, which I'll tell y'all about one day. It's kind of like a cult church. And so this is written by a woman who was part of a similar church. This, The Great Controversy, this is Ellen G. White, which is kind of like a prophet in Seventh-day Adventism, which I'm not a Seventh-day Adventist. And she tells them not to eat meat, which is kind of like a specific thing we're told in the New Testament to not worry about. That's what I've been doing.
Hey y'all. How are y'all doing today? Are y'all good? So y'all just watch what I've been doing. And so I want to discuss with y'all kind of what we're going to be doing going forward on my channel. Also, just because I've read a book doesn't mean I endorse what's in it. It's just, you can learn from all kinds of things. Okay, Daniel was educated in Babylon. And Joseph and Moses were both educated in Egypt. Understanding Satan's devices also gives you better arguments against them. So I don't only read books by people who claim to be Christian. And I don't only read books by Christians I agree with. Because it's important to know what's out there and what people are thinking, because otherwise everything you think about them is based off assumptions and not evidence. So just because I've read a book doesn't mean I endorse it. And going forward in the future on the channel, we're going to be talking about the Bible more, and we're still going to be doing lyric reviews, but I'd rather do a little more history stuff and a little more symbolism stuff too. So I hope you guys are excited about that. Let me know how you feel about that in the comments. I'm just letting you guys know where the channel is going to be going in the future. And right after I drop this, I'm going to be premiering my country rap updates video. So make sure you guys go over there. Or, well, I guess it's not over there. It's still here. But it's right after this. I'm going to premiere it right after this. Okay. See you guys there.